Hi, I'm Jason with KCTC. We're here today to talk about Command IQ, what it is, and kind of an overview of how to use it here. So what Command IQ is if you have our managed Wi-Fi and are using our equipment to provide Wi-Fi, you can download a companion app called Command IQ. And what it does is it helps you see what's on the network, and you can organize the devices on your network. And you can also toggle the internet access to those devices as well. You can also change passwords and add a guest network if that's what you would like to do. All right, so let's get into it. When you first open the app of Command IQ, you'll be welcomed with this screen with the My Network at the top here. Will show. If you click that, that will just show you the general network and stuff like that. Next is People. Once you get all set up here, you can create people and you can see the devices that they have and owned. And Places, same thing except for Places. The devices that you say are in certain locations will show up there. And then Things is going to be all of your devices. You also have this bell icon in the top right corner. This does show you a history of all of the notifications that you got. You will get notifications for any device that is connected, or if you do any speed tests on the network, they will show up here as well. So first things first, let's go over the My Network. If you go ahead and click on that, that will show you your network. First of all, the name of the network. It will also show you your equipment that you're using. If you go ahead and click on your router, there's a few things you can do in this menu. If you have the router with the blue light at the top corner, that router allows you to do a bandwidth test, also known as a speed test. If you click on bandwidth test and click on run test, that will take a few minutes and it will run a speed test to see if you're getting the speed that you're paying for. And this is directly off of the router. Once it is done, it will show you the speed here at the bottom, which looks like I've already done before, and we'll go ahead and wait for that to be done. So it does give you an alert at the top, says speed test is done. It looks like I have 72.44, and that information comes down here. And the upload speed is 30.14 megabytes per second, which does fall in line with the package that is attached to this router, which is 75. All right, if we go back to that router menu, also with this same router, you are able to adjust the LED on each of the pieces of equipment. You can turn the LED lights off here. That will just keep them off. And also you can adjust the brightness of that LED light on the router as well. That will make it dimmer. I don't really recommend turning it off. I think it would be convenient if you wanted to dim that. It will also show you your usage, which may not show much here, but this is going to be live usage on any devices. So right now we have about 4 or 5 devices connected. It doesn't appear that any of them are using any data at this time. But if somebody was streaming something on a Apple TV or a Fire Stick, the usage there percentage would go up and the downloads would show something being used. So next we have Things. Now when you first get signed in here, it will take a little bit for all the devices to connect, but once they're all connected, you will see a list of all of your things, meaning all of the devices on your network. When they first come in, they may be labeled something strange. You can easily go in there and change the name of them. Simply tap on the name and click Edit, and you can rename it to whatever this device is. So this could be a Fire Stick. And simply click Done. Other useful information you will find here on the device screen is additional information. Here you can see information about the device and how it's connected. how good it's connected, and the IP address, and signal strength if it's connected wirelessly. You can also see what type of device it is here that it grabbed by default. If it is not that device, you can simply go in and change it to what it is supposed to be. Some other things you can do at the device level is block internet access if you don't want this device or user using the internet at any particular time. So next we'll move on to people. So right now there are 0 people set up. Let's go ahead and set one up and assign a device to it. So simply clicking on people will tell you that there is no people here, and you can simply add a person. So if we add a person here, once you type in the name, you can tell the app what device they own. So they own a tablet and let's say this Fire Stick. So you simply click done. It is that easy to create a person and assign devices to them. Once you've created the user, you can simply tap on the user. Here it will show the name, some options, and all of the devices that you have assigned to this user. Under options, you can block internet access like we did before with the things. And what that will do is turn off all of the devices that this person or user owns. You can also set up time limits. With time limits, you can block the times of day that you do not want them to have internet access. Next, we'll move on to places. With places, you can simply add a new place. Let's go ahead and click the add at the bottom. Click place here. Next, we'll type the name of the room. We'll use the most common room in the house, the living room. And select the devices that are in that room as well. And click done. And OK. So once we get back to places, if you select the place in the house, it will show that it has 2 devices online. The only difference between a place and a location is the fact that you do not have time limits and you cannot disable the internet access as a whole. You will have to do it per device. As seen here, there is 2 switches. So if you turn that off, the lab no longer has internet access at that device. So lastly, let's just quickly go over the settings part of the app. In settings, you can do a few things. You can see the account and change the account password if you're wanting to do that. And you can also go into alerts, turn on and off, push notifications. Just know that if you do that, you will not get alerted for any new person connecting to your network. You can also set a passcode up, so when you open up the app, you will have to type in a passcode to get into the app. If you can do that if you don't want unwanted users in your app. You can also use other features like FaceTime if you have an iPhone to get logged into this app as well. So that concludes the video here. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful for you in understanding what Command IQ is and how to use it.